Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who taught me this truth and rule well. And I want to say Shalom to Akim Nakwat out there pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. This one's titled, Women Are No Longer Happy in Relationships. All right, and that's kind of just a rough working title. It'll work for now. They're really, I wanted to add more onto it, but I didn't really know where to go with it. All right, women are no longer happy in relationships. Really, just women are no longer happy in any form of relationship. All right, is what we're going to be touching on today. Now, this is cued from a Reddit post that I read the other day. All right, and we can go over there and grab it. So I got a couple. Now, this is the post that it's from SciPost. All right, now I just screenshotted it, but it's from exclusive. In SciPost, it's basically talking about psychology. It says women are more likely than men to consider ending a relationship due to sexual disagreements. Okay, and this was published on December 18th, which was yesterday. All right, we're currently December 19th today, 2023. So this was what was posted. Now, I didn't read too much of this original article. All right, we can go over there and look at it. Right there, it says women are more likely than men to consider ending a relationship due to sexual disagreements. All right, and in general, women are just more likely to end relationships. All right, and people in Reddit, I got some comment screenshots. And they were pointing that out. All right, women are more likely to end relationships in any matter, not just sexual disparagements. Right. Or read a little bit of it. It says sexual disagreements in relationships are more strongly associated with women considering ending their relationships than men. According to the new study published in Journal of Sex Research, this finding, emerging from the analysis of thousands of participants, challenges traditional notions about the impact of sexual harmony on relationships stability. We can skip through here a little bit. It says some studies found that men judge their relationship quality by the quality of their sexual life more than women. We're interested in testing the gendered relationship between sexual disagreements and union instability found in earlier studies from the United States. Still exists in the 21st century and other than U.S. contexts. It says, we focused on 7 European countries and we're still using data from the Generations and Gender Survey, a cross-national harmonized panel survey. Our study included both married and cohabiting partners. All right, and you can go and look at the data, and it just talks about the data that they found, and there's a lot of data out there. Okay, it says women who frequently experience sexual disparagements were 13.1 percentage points more likely. They were 13.1 percentage points more likely to consider separation. In contrast, men with frequent sexual disagreement showed only a 5% point increase in separation proneness compared to those with no disagreement. So that's quite the jump. That's more than half. Okay, they're more than half. They're half more likely, more than half. All right, about half and 3.1. All right. So over half a percentage more likely to leave a relationship just due to sexual disagreements. Okay, and that's just from that. Okay, but if you look in more relationships like who initiates divorce rates higher, there's a lot. So we're just gonna jump around. We got a lot to talk about and to touch on. All right, but in general, right, the title of the lesson being women are no longer happy in relationships, and I say relationships and not being with men because we have I looked it up. Now we have a couple. We're gonna read a couple comments. All right, and the one I wanted to get was right here. Now this person says. These are from Reddit. Rough Autopsy, right? Says women are just more likely to end relationships than men in general, so it isn't surprising that this extends to sexual disagreements. And they got 4,000 likes, okay? Upvotes. So 4,000, man. So women are more likely to end relationships in general, okay? Now this person says, Yeah, I cannot find the exact numbers right now, but I think like 70% of divorces are initiated by women. Okay, so it's not in, and it's the women always saying, oh, it's the men, 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 it's the men's problem, it's the men, 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 men. But women are all the ones that are always leaving. It's not men that are leaving. All right, and they try to make things up and say, oh, well, men don't leave, they just cheat. All right, well, first of all, a man cannot cheat. All right, so you're the one in the wrong here. All right, a man is allowed to have multiple wives. A wife is not allowed to have multiple husbands. That's not how it works. All right, if you don't like your role, sorry about it, not sorry about it. That's the way the Lord set it up. If you don't like it, hey, tough. Okay, this is Joseph, 1998. Oh, we already read that one. This is, oh, here it was. Yes, we can get to the bottom. Joseph, 1998, XO says, yeah, I cannot find the exact numbers right now, but I think 70% of divorces are initiated by women, and lesbian divorce rates are significantly higher than gay couples. So even among, gay couples with men being with men, all right, and women with women, the women are still more likely to leave other women. All right, they can't be happy with women, they can't be happy with men, they can't be happy with money, they can't be happy without money. There seems to be an issue here. Okay, there seems to be an issue here. All right, and it's really because the traditional values are not in place. Okay, and order is out. All right, which means it is out of order. There's no control. It's complete chaos. And and I don't believe these rates that not these rates, but I don't believe that, well, not this. Nothing said this. It hasn't said it yet, but we'll touch on it in a minute. So, and lesbian divorce rates are significantly higher than gay couples. So women can't even be happy with other women. They always say it's men's problem. Oh, men are the problem. Men are the problem. So they go and get with women, which is off. All right, that's sodomy. All right, that's biblically that's a transgression against the biblical law. All right, which would be considered sin, right? And they still aren't happy. I thought the problem was men. You're with women now. You're both women, right? You understand each other. You should be fine. Well, why is it even more so high? Lesbian divorce rates are higher than any other relationship, And they say gay male couples are on the bottom, and then heterosexual, and then women and women. So women seem to be the unhappiest people ever. Okay, judging by these studies, it says. This person, a regular bastard, says, I think I saw that 80% of divorces are initiated by women. If they are college educated, it goes up to 90%. So if they find themselves thinking that they're smarter than a man, shit out of luck, boys. All right, that's how it goes. They won't, and there's no such thing as luck. But they think that's when, the hubris gets them and they think they're better. I'm more educated. And really, a college education doesn't mean shit. Because if you've talked to a lot of these people with a college education, they're dumb as a goddamn brick. Okay, they really, there's a difference between having regular intelligence, street smarts and common sense, and then having book smarts. Okay, and book smarts don't mean shit, because these are people, that could tell you, let me pull something out of my ass. They could tell you, hell, I don't know. I can't think of an example. They could tell you something scientific. They could tell you what exactly the cerebellum is in the brain, right? They could actually tell you where that is, the frontal lobe, or all this stuff, right? They could tell you about all these medical terms, but they couldn't even tie their shoes. All right, they couldn't even tell you which way is left or right. Okay, they couldn't tell you what to eat and what not to eat. All right, that's not intelligence. You're just what you know from reading it out of a book. Okay, you remembered things, that's it. All right, but you don't have common knowledge, you don't have common sense. It's not so common anymore. All right, and you see a lot of comments were removed in this post, because that's what Reddit does. All right, that's what the moderators do. When something's said that they don't like, they remove it. Okay, we can continue on. Here's a woman, all right, Paralegalese says, we are more likely to end a relationship for any reason. We're starting to figure out that we're happier single. And that's this is the one where I tell you, this is a lie. This is a lie. Cal Lil 6 says, study after study shows that the happiest people in the world are women who remain single and child-free. Until you get about, and then there's this one. It says, my great-grandmother who lived to be 99 credited her longevity to being single for 60 years. It's not the case, and you got to die alone. How fun was that? You got to die alone because you didn't want no man, because you wanted to remain single and be happy. These single women aren't happy either. You can just look at them. All right, we can go over and get the brothers page. And show you some of these videos from a while back ago. Really, let's see if we can find something. What is this? Is this one?
I'm so fucking tired of being alone. I'm so tired of trying to find love on you.
See?
I mean, damn. I may not be pretty to somebody, but goddamn, I'm pretty to me. I'm so tired of being alone. I'm tired of this bullshit.
She's tired of being alone. Well, when you're old, you're probably fine when you're not fine isn't good looking. I doubt you were ever good looking, but I mean, you're probably fine when you were younger. Just say, oh, I don't need no man. I don't want no man. I don't need no man. I don't need no man. No, I don't want no man. I don't need no man. Well, now you want a man. Too late. Too late. What else do we got? There was a video not too long ago. Let's see. There's quite a few. We'll try to find some. Let's see. They get posted from time to time. Women complaining about them being alone. It's fine when they're young. All right, because when you're young, you're free. You can do whatever you want. You don't need no man. All right, but when you start getting older, you start losing your looks. Then you want a man. Guess what's too late? It's too late. No one wants you now. You're old, ran through. You got 100 bodies. Ain't nobody want no woman with 100 bodies. And now you're alone and you complain, oh, men ain't shit. Men ain't shit. They can't. That's what they do. And it's not all women, but it's a vast majority. It's a vast majority, especially among our women. All right, let's see. Is this the one? Passport men are leaving. And that's the other thing. You got men that are, they're done with a lot of these women. They're going over to other countries to get women. All right, because primarily it's the Babylonian woman that's through, but it's really everywhere. I knew this kid. He's a young dude that comes to where I work, and he's from Belize, okay, and he's 16 years old. All right, and he says, he talks like this, right? And he says, the women here are whores, man, or however he talks. It's a weird accent I can't really do. He's like, the whores. He talks like that one guy that says, name one book. He kind of sounds like that. But he talks like that, and he says the women here are whores. They'll do anything, basically. And I don't know if that's exactly what he said, but he was saying the women here are whores. They do drugs and they drink, and they're just, the women in Belize are not that way. All right, he says they're not that way. The women here are just they're whores. They're trash. And I asked him, because I got on the topic because he was talking about how these women here are he's not had, I guess, great experience with them. I said, are the women better back in Belize? Are they better? And he says, he's like, oh yeah. They have they respect themselves, and the women here don't respect themselves. So I can't find the video, but there's a million videos out there. If not today, there'll be one next week. All right, talking to because that's what happens. All right, is they come on here saying, oh, I'm alone. Don't. There's this one. There was a black lady, of course. All right, Eve. All right, talking about how she's alone. Don't fall into that trap. All right, you need a man, right? But hey, women are no longer happy. We could just delete this. Just there we go. Women are no longer happy. There you go. That's the title, because it's not in relationships. They're not happy with the money. They're not happy in relationships. They're not happy with this. They're not happy with that. Women are just no longer happy, and that's because of this out balance. All right, in this world, man. We can look at the lesbian divorce rate, because we mentioned it. Look, it says for same-sex couples, the divorce rate is less than of heterosexual couples at 16. So same-sex marriages between two men is supposedly less than men and women, right? So they have men and men, two men, their divorce rate is 16. All right, a man with a woman is 19. Says, however, that low number is reflective of gay marriages. Unfortunately, lesbian marriages have the higher likelihood of ending in divorce, with 34% of these marriages ending. That's almost fucking half, man. Women are not happy. Women aren't happy with men. Women aren't happy with women. They're not happy with going their own way. They're not happy with, just partying up and doing, they're not, they're happy for a time, they're riding the cock carousel, and then they get older, and now they want a man to take care of them because they're getting old and they don't have a man, and then now they're sad and they're alone, and then they want to get a man and they can't get a man, because all the other men that were actively looking for women had already found a woman that was ready to settle down and not hoeing herself out in her younger years. Okay, so then these hoes get left out, and now they want a man, and then they go on, and then I'm an independent woman. I don't need no man. You need a man, and you're fucking hurting inside. Okay, you're tearing yourself up on the inside, but you're not gonna let that show. All right, because you don't want to be wrong. That's another thing with Eve. No accountability. All right, mostly with Eve, but it's with all women. No accountability. All right, they fucked up, and they don't want to admit that they fucked up. All right, that's a woman. What's the word? Tradition. All right, not admitting when they're wrong. Right, the man's got to give in and say he was wrong. So they hold up 20 in their teen years, their 20s, their 30s, started slowing down in their 40s because they're not getting so many hits, right? And then I'm alone, but they never tell you that they feel so alone. Some of them do. Some of them come out and say it, but most of them don't say it, and they feel like that, but they'd never tell you that they fucked up. All right, that's one thing a woman won't tell you is I fucked up. Very rare. If you got a woman that will admit to being wrong, hey, cherish her because it's not many, right? So this is Romans 7:2-3 because these women that are leaving their men, all right, that is adultery. All right, when you are with a man, you are bound to that man, and marriage is not going to a courthouse and getting a piece of paper. That's Babylonian marriage, right? That's worldly marriage. Marriage happens, when the man's rod is put inside your box. All right, when you lay down, you have sexual intercourse. That is the act of marriage. Biblically, that is how it was. All right. Nowadays you have to go and get the paper and spend the money because it's Esau. They want money. Before I say these words, give us money. It's for what? For you to say some shit? You want me to give you some money so you can say some shit? So you can say I now pronounce you man and wife? You want some money for that? It's free. It's free. It's not something that should be fucking monetized. That's another thing. This society is all fucked up, and that's the root with how the women are out of control because the society's out of control. The men are out of control. The women are out of control. The society's out of control. The animals out of control. All right, the kids are out of control. The dogs are. I said the animals, but the dogs are out of control. Everything's out of control. Okay, and it's thrown everything. It's like everything was moved. If you took a building plan, all right, and you moved everything, 5 inches to the left, how fucked up shit's gonna be. All right, how fucked up shit's gonna be if you just start fucking with things, and that's what people have done. They start fucking with things. All right, the Lord told you to do it one way. You started fucking with things. You started move it 5 inches to the left, and now you're wondering why you can't find a woman can't find a man can't find a woman. All right, why there's wickedness and death and murder. You should have stayed in line. The blueprint was fine, but you just had to change it. And now look at society. Okay, and a man cannot leave his woman either. Okay, now he can go and get an additional wife. All right, but he has to treat both wives. All right, he can't be playing favorites. Okay, he has to both have to be just as well fed, just as well clothed, getting just as much attention. All right, so and we can't do that in this society now. All right, that's why it's not recommended that you get multiple wives right now because you can't. Man, it's hard to take care of one woman. All right, the money wise, situation wise, emotional wise, let alone a handful of women. But biblically, it is allowed for a man to have multiple wives. A woman, on the other hand, cannot have multiple husbands. All right, so this is Romans 7:2. It says, "For the woman which hath an husband is bound by the law to her husband, so long as he liveth. But if the husband be dead, she is loosed from the law of her husband." So if you had a husband, all right, and he got, killed or died in battle or war or however, right? You would have a grieving period, and then you could, if you want, remarry. Now, if you so chose. Now, some women don't, and that's honorable. But, you're not wicked if you do remarry either. Okay? But the husband has to be dead to do that. You cannot leave your living. You cannot go astray. All right, and say, nope, I don't want you anymore, Dave. All right, you're not satisfying my needs, Dave. Well, I gave you everything you wanted. Well, I don't know. I don't like your hair anymore, Dave. I don't like the way you look. I'm going to go with Tyrell over here, and he's this, that, and this, that, and this, and that. And then Tyrell beats the shit out of her every day, right? That's how it usually goes. Verse 3, "So then, if while her husband liveth, she be married to another man," and that's sex, all right? If she has sex with another man, because sex is the act of marriage. "If she be married to another man, she has sex with another man, she shall be called an adulteress. But if her husband be dead, she is free from that law, so that she is no adulteress, though she be married to another man." All right, and go astray. See if we can get this one. estranged. No, not astray, but estranged. That's not it. There's a scripture I'm looking for. Let's see. Let's see. This one right here. You can't put your wife away either. We were talking about that, okay? And it's not talking, it shall marry another committeth adultery, and whoso marrieth her, which is put away, doth commit adultery. It's not talking about that because there is multiple occasions throughout the Bible with multiple wives. All right, and Slocky, the dog's doing his sleeping bark. All right, hey, buddy. Right now. All right. So, what else we got? Here's one. Yeah. It says Deuteronomy 22 and 22. If a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband, then they shall both of them die, both the man that lay with the woman and the woman. So shalt thou put away evil from Israel. So that was what biblically would happen if a woman went astray and and was getting slammed down. All right, getting slam dunked by another man. All right, she and that man that was doing her would be put to death if that man knew what he was doing. All right, if that man knew what he was doing. All right, that's why you got to be very careful. Some of these women say, "Oh, I don't have a man." You got to be careful, and it's different if you didn't know. You still sinned, but you didn't do it knowingly. You had no idea. Okay, so it's a bit different. All right, it's a bit different. Now it doesn't mean you can do it. All right, but the Lord also knows if you meant to do it or if you didn't mean to do it. All right, so bear with me just one moment. All right, so there we go. So that's the law, okay? And so a man can have multiple women, but he cannot put away one of those women to get with another woman. He can't, I like Amber. I mean, I was with Amy, and I like Amber now. I'm gonna take Amber, but I'm not gonna pay any attention to Amy ever again. No, that you can't do that. All right, Amber and Amy have to have the just as much attention. All right, they have to, if one gets gold jewelry, you can't get the other one, iron jewelry. All right, steel. All right, they both have to have, equal things. They have to be equally taken care of. You can't just, what's the word? Let one live in poverty while the other one gets all the goods. All right, and it's not really possible now. Okay, so you can't not circumspect to go and get multiple wives right now. Okay, so let's go and get Ecclesiastes 7 and 26. It says Ecclesiastes 7 and 26. All right, and we touched on, and there's many more things we can touch on. All right, we're not just bagging on and beating up all women, because there's some very decent women out there. All right, and men can sometimes get blind to the fact that there are actual decent women out there, but they're few and far in between. Okay, for every one good woman, there's probably 2,000-3,000 women that just ain't shit. Okay, so it's a rare catch if you get a decent woman. All right, and you can't expect in this society too, you can't expect that much from women. You got to realize they're under the curses as well. All right, they're going through shit just as well, and they're not gonna be perfect. You're not gonna have a woman that does you're not perfect. All right, you're not perfect. Okay, so you can't expect a woman to bend to every will and whim. All right, 100% perfectly. All right, now she should be cooking and cleaning, right? And she shouldn't be bitching you out. But every once in a while, women they get like that. All right, you might get in a little bit of argument, you might get a talking to, but that's how it is. You can't expect perfection. All right, right now in Babylon, from either side. All right, you women too. You can't expect a perfect husband, and you men, you can't expect a perfect wife. You're both under the curses, especially if you're both Jake at least. All right, you're both under the curses. All right, you're both in a fucked up, wicked society. All right. And there's a point where it's about as good as you can get. All right, as good as it gets. Okay, you might still argue every once in a while. All right, there might be disagreements. All right, but you're not having a woman. Oh, you piece of shit. You piece of shit. You ain't shit. You never been shit. Your dad ain't shit. You ain't shit. No, throw her away. All right, don't get with a woman like that. All right, don't get with a woman like that. Okay, but even a very good woman's, she's still a woman at the end of the day, right? And it's likewise for you women. Don't expect that men are going to be Superman here and now either, because we're not. All right, we can't be. All right, we're under the curses. You're under the curses. You can still have decent relationships, but they're not going to be perfect like they should be. Okay, so keep that in mind too, men as well, because sometimes you set your expectations entirely too high. Yes, we do want a woman that we come into the house, hello my lord, and all that stuff, but you're not going to get that. It's Babylon. That would be perfect. Nothing in Babylon is perfect, man. Sometimes it's nothing. Nothing is perfect. Sometimes food gets burnt. Sometimes the water is has a strange taste to it. All right. Sometimes you go to get food and you bought a pack of bread and it's moldy. You go to ride a skateboard and all of a sudden there's a crack in it. Nothing's gonna be perfect in Babylon. All right. Nothing. All right. The only perfect thing that we have here is the Bible. All right. That's the only perfect thing that we have. Everything else is full of fault and issue. So again, putting that out there. All right, there has to be reasonable expectations. All right, because sometimes men's expectations are inflated. All right, we're not going to be, having perfect women in society. It's just not how it is. They're under the curses. You can't have, especially if you want a perfect so-called black woman. You're not going to get a perfect white woman either, because there's no such thing as a perfect white woman, because they're not perfect. They're heathens, man. They might be a little bit more well-behaved than some of the barbaric Eves out there, right? But hey, at the end of the day, they're still Edomites. All right, they're heathens. They're beast women. All right, so what can you expect? What can you expect, really? Ecclesiastes. So if you got a decent woman, you have to honor her. She is the weaker vessel. Let me get that. You're talking like a simp. You talking like a simp. I beat my wife 8 times a day. I beat my wife. All right, here. Well, calm down, Ike. Okay. 1 Peter 3:7. Likewise, ye husband, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife, as unto the weaker vessel, as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. You have to show honor unto your wife either. You can't just slap the fuck out of your wife for no reason. I don't like the way you looked at me, bitch. All she was doing was, she was trying to figure out what was in the corner over there, and you thought she was looking at you some type of way. Calm down, Jake. We're not gonna have this, perfect relationship standpoint in Babylon. Nothing's perfect in Babylon. All right, so women damn sure ain't gonna be, and you're not perfect. All right, you're not perfect. Okay. So none of us are perfect. So hey, make do with that which you can. Ecclesiastes 7:26. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth the Most High shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken from her. All right. So these wicked men, all right, in general, are dealing with way more wicked women than we're dealing with in this truth. All right. So because the like it says, who pleaseth the Most High shall escape from her. All right. So a lot of these men aren't dealing with Latoyas and LaQuishas and Taekwon-Tishas and all these barbaric women. All right, for the most part, the women in the truth are better than that. All right, if they're truly in the truth and not just putting on a masquerade. But that's how it is. So Tyrell down the street, he ain't gonna get with a decent woman. All right, selling dope. That's not how it's gonna work. All right. 1 Esdras 4:37, it says, there's an innate, all right, and women aren't off the hook either, all right, but men aren't off the hook either, all right. Men and women are both on the hook, all right, but that's just how it goes, all right. Women have this, and they're being lied to really by society, is the big thing with women, all right, and that's the main problem with women is this media, all right, is the media, and the media knows what they're doing because the media is controlled by who? The people with the very small hats, all right, who I'm talking about. The media is controlled by the people with the very small hats, and they've been doing this for years, man, with like Cosmopolitan magazines. If you don't know what that is, like all these women back in the day used to read Cosmopolitan. Read the Cosmopolitan magazine, It's a women's magazine for fashion, sex tips, celebrity news, dating, relationship advice, and it gives them the worst fucking advice ever. If you just read some of these, it's fucking awful, advice. If your man's doing this, leave him. Look, how much is your health worth? The Rise, Sex for the Story, you know, talking, you know, it's one of those magazines that big up women, all right? You know, how she fought the man and won, you know, what else? That was in a different language, you know, and this bitch weird looking, Halle Bailey, she looks like a goddamn, I don't even know, she looks weird. She looks weird as fuck. What else? You know, and you can just read some of these things, you know, you know, you can just see, I regret my friendship breakup. Don't worry, we've got you. You know, and like I've always said, women give the worst advice to women. All right, because it's not, they don't say, oh, you know, oh, you're with Dave. Oh, you should help, you know, well, just give him some time. It's always, oh, Dave's, I've never liked Dave. Fuck Dave. You should get with Bill, that guy at your work. You should get with Bill. Bill's way better. Yeah, so they're giving you advice to commit adultery. All right, and ruin your relationship. And a lot of the women, you know what the funny thing is that a lot of married women, or, you know, in general, married as in being with a man, all right, whether you're dating, you know, boyfriend or girlfriend or married, a lot of these women are getting advice from single women. Why are you gonna take advice from a single woman? That's like me taking airplane advice on how to pilot an airplane from a guy that's never piloted an airplane before. All right, never has an airplane to fly. It's just dumb. All right, it's dumb. Don't do it. You women, listen here and listen close. Stop taking advice from your single friends. It's fucking stupid. It's dumb. All right, they don't know shit. They're single for a reason. All right, because nobody fucking wants them. All right, you know, that's like taking advice. That's like gym advice, you know, bodybuilding advice from someone who weighs, you know, 85 pounds, all right, and is anorexic. You're going to take his advice, all right? What you got to do, man, is you got to do all these deadlifts. Yeah, sure. It's looking like it's really working out for you there, Fred. You know, looking great. 85 pounds. Wow, you were 80 yesterday. What'd you do? Eat a sandwich? And don't take advice from people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. First Esdras 4:37. Wine is wicked. The king is wicked, women are wicked, all the children of men are wicked, and such are all their wicked works, and there is no truth in them. In their unrighteousness also they shall perish. Okay? That's how it goes, man. And you gotta watch out. And you women, you are so into believing a lie, and you men too, but it's different, you know, different scopes of the spectrum. All right, men believe that all these men now are fake fucking thugs. Every single one of them, all right, trying to press you and shit, all right, act like, you know, the no budge challenge and all these different things, all these fucking there's a bunch of fucking, you know, I want to call them, you know, the word that starts with F and ends with agate, okay? So that's how they fucking act, all right? Effeminate fucking men, you know, thinking they're being, you know, oh, I'm hard. Yeah, no, you ain't. You're fucking soft as fuck, walking around, you know, what are you gonna do, kick my ass? You know damn well you're not gonna kick my ass. You're gonna pull out a blicky. All right, that don't sound too hard to me. That sounds like you're a bitch. All right, and that's these men these days. I'm hard. Yeah, what with your Smith and Wesson? What with your Glock? All right, your blicky. All right, all that shit. Yeah, you're hard. Put it away. I bet you wouldn't. You know. I wouldn't be shit. All right. And it's just, yeah, it's vexing, man. It's vexing. You see them everywhere you go. These men, they walk with that stupid walk. All right, the I'm hard walk, but you know they're really not hard because the guys that are actually hard don't walk like that, you know. And I'm a savage, man. I'm a savage. No, you ain't. You a bitch. All right, you were raised by your mother without a father. All right, you're effeminate and you're effeminate and emotional all the goddamn time. All right, you ain't a savage. All right, a savage doesn't get upset because someone calls him a bitch and shoot him up. That's something a effeminate bitch would do. Okay, and that's the state with the men too, because the men are all fucked up. All right, because they're looking after and watching all these effeminate ass men, and they want to be just like them. They want to be like Drake. All right, painting their nails and shit. It's the in thing to do. Like, yeah, you seem a little fucking fruity to me. All right, seems a little fucking fruity to me. Seems a little bit more than a little. It's a lot of bit fruity. It's fruity in general. All right, and then the women, they got all these magazines and they're rappers and all this stuff. And that's why relationships don't go well, because every woman's trying to be Megan Thee Stallion and every man's trying to be Drake. And it's fucking, the women are too hard and the men are too soft. It's backwards. Everything's fucking out of order, man. Everything is out of order. And the women have taken this, they've jumped at the chance to have a little bit of power. And, now that's why you got, women that are, putting the box on lock. All right. And saying, you can't get none. or you got to do this, and this man's got to have a $200K salary to get with me. Ain't nobody making a $200K salary. All right, you're gonna have to get with a 55-year-old Edomite man if you want a salary like that, because that's the only person that has that. All right, that's the only person that has it. You're not getting a 20-year-old with no fucking $200K salary. Maybe occasionally, and they're gonna be an Edomite. I can guarantee you they're gonna be an Edomite. And that's fine. And once you do, theoretically, you do find that man. What do you have to bring to the table that high value man with 200K, got his life in order, owns a house, owns property, owns cars? Why would he want you, LaQuisha? All right, or Brittany, all right, or Bethany, all right, or Maria, all right. Why would he want you? All right, you bitching him all day. What have you brought to the table? This man has brought a 200K salary to the table, cars, property, maybe even livestock. All right, if he's a farmer boy, all right, and you've brought box in your mouth, right? That's it. That's all you got. No, you don't cook, you don't clean. Let me show you how I got this ring. Shit like that, man, and that shit really pisses me off. Lyrics like that and music like that. I fucking hate Cardi B, man. I really fucking hate her. She's on the top of my hate list. Top of my hate list as far as musicians and anybody goes. Top of my hate list, right under there is Taylor Swift. I just don't like the way she acts and looks. All right, and she's a cult leader. Her little fucking gang of cult Swifties. All right, and also she invaded my football team, so fuck her. All right, so but it's completely ridiculous. It's and that's where that's where the women get their stuff. Just like the men got this, selling dope, packing up perkies, a loud pack this, loud pack that. I give dope, all this. Like, come on, man. It's childish, really. When you step back and look at it, it's fucking retarded. It's fucking retarded. It's dumb. It's really dumb. This is what women should be doing, all right? 1 Timothy 5:14 through 15. I will therefore that the younger women marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully. For some are already turned aside after Satan, and a lot of women are already turned aside after Satan. They got the cum catcher eyelashes, all right? And slack for all the vulgarity, but it's true. It's true, man. And that's just how it goes, all right? And you've been scammed. And both sides have been scammed. The men have been scammed, the women have been scammed. The women even more so. And you women should really be pissed off. You women should be pissed off at how scammed you've been. All right, you've been scammed into making yourself, lower. All right, you've been scammed into not having any respect for yourself. You've been scammed to being a hoe and spreading your legs and this and using your mouth for this and that. And, not cooking, not cleaning. You've been scammed. You have no life skills. You've been scammed. You should be pissed off, man. You should be pissed off. Why aren't you pissed off? You men, all right, a hardworking man, that takes care of his wife, takes care of his family. You've been scammed. Now you're a soft man that deals drugs, all right, that sells little powder pills, all right, in packets all day, sitting on your ass, weighing out weed and measuring out. And you've been look, man. Look, take a step back. Look at how you've been scammed. Especially you women have been scammed worst of all. All right, you've been scammed into not respecting yourself, having no respect for yourself, and you think that is having respect for yourself now. No, don't kink shame me, don't slut shame me, as they say. Like, I'm a free woman. I can have sex with as many men as I want. You've been scammed. You think that's freedom? That ain't freedom. You've lost all respect for yourself. The whole ideology of womanhood, all right, has left you. All right, you're no longer respectable. They've got you putting makeup on your face when you were already pretty to begin with. All right, but now you've been wearing that makeup for 10, 15 years, and it's ruined your skin. So now you have to wear makeup because it's actively ruined your skin from having your pores clogged all those days. And you should be mad as hell, man. You should be mad as hell. You really should be mad as hell, but you're not. You're mad at the men. The men didn't do that. What are you mad at? You're I don't know. Anyway, you're mad at the kicker because the receiver didn't get the ball. What the fuck? That doesn't even make any sense. Here it is. The QB's trying to throw a pass to the receiver, and you're mad at the kicker. For what? He didn't do anything. It's not even his part yet. He's not even up yet, man. And you're mad at him. It's ridiculous. So, But you've also been, and that, so that's another way you've been scammed in your looks and how you should hold yourself. But you've been scammed into thinking marriage is bad, having children is bad. You know, a lot of these women don't want children anymore. Okay, you know, they don't want to guide the house. You know, they don't want to do any of these things. You know, and so what do you want? You know, to disrespect yourself? Why would you want that? Why would you want to disrespect yourself? You know, it's wild. It really is. It really is just wild. This is Ecclesiastes 26:7 through 14. It says, an evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. He that holdeth her is as though he held a scorpion. So you don't want an evil wife, you want a nice wife, all right? It says, a drunken woman and a gatter abroad causeth great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. All right, she's, you know, watch over her so she doesn't become a hoe, right? Watch over an imprudent eye, and marvel not if she trespasses against thee. Don't be surprised, right? Verse 12, she will open her mouth. Listen here, you know what it's talking about. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he hath found a fountain, and drink of every water near her. By every head she will sit down, and open her quiver against every arrow. She will open her quiver against every arrow. She's going to allow every arrow up inside her, right? If you don't know what that means, if you don't know, you can go literally right over here to the Bible Gateway, grab it, type it in, boom, go over there, get the Good News Translation. It says what? She'll spread her legs anywhere for any man who wants her, just as a thirsty traveler will drink whatever water is available. You don't care if it's a dirty water pocket. You don't care. You're going to drink it. The grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones. Look at that. Let's go and get that one. What does that mean? It says a silent, well, we'll get that in a minute. Verse 14, a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there's nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. A lot of you women have been scammed into thinking that you're not important, all right? And you women that watch these lessons think, oh, you're always getting on women, you're always getting on women, you're always getting on women, because you're being scammed. You're being scammed. You're not going to listen, though. You're not going to listen. Look, you act like you're not respected. It says a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord. That's a great thing. But you're not a silent and loving woman. You're a disobedient and vile brute beast. All right. So no, you're right. You should be mad. You should be mad because you're not ideal. Okay. So this is Ecclesiastes 26:13. It says a gracious wife is her husband's delight. Her abilities make him a stronger man. You know, you help, man. You help. But women don't want that. Women don't want to, you know, we don't know what they want anymore. All right. You give them whatever they want, and it still isn't enough. All right. You make a 15K salary a year, it's not enough. You make a 25K salary a year, it's not enough. 30K, not enough. 55, not enough. 100K, not enough. 200K, not enough. 300K, not enough. You know, you get with a billionaire, not enough. What do you want? What could you possibly need? You know, what could you possibly want? You know, and they've already proved that. You know, if a woman gets with a man with $1 million, and a man comes by and starts hitting on her, and he has $1 billion, that $1 million man is shit out of luck. You know, and again, I gotta stop saying that. No such thing as luck. You know, you're assed out, man. You're assed out. She's gonna go get that with that billionaire man. You better hope, you as a billionaire man, you better hope there's not no trillionaire man that comes around. You could be ugly as a goddamn shit. You know, you look like a ugly as a motherfucker, man, and it don't matter. She's out there for that money. All right, she's out there for, you know, a benefit and for her own self. Okay, and these women don't understand. This is Proverbs 30:20. This should have been one up, but it says, "Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth, and saith, I have done no wickedness." That's these women. They go from dick to dick. All right, and then they say, "Oh, I've done nothing wrong." You know, they have all these, don't kink shame me, don't slut shame me, don't body shame me. You know, don't slut shame me. Don't talk about how many bodies I have, even though it's 200. You know, and I've done no wickedness. Yes, you have. Yes, you have, LaQuisha. Yes, you have. No, I haven't. Yeah, okay, whatever you say. Okay, you can fucking, you're so stretched out. You better. I'd hope you're around if I ever had to jump off of a cliff, because I know I could use your ass as a parachute. Fucking loose as shit. You know. Proverbs 14:1 says, "Every wise woman buildeth her house." So every wise woman, wise is what? What is wise? It comes from the word wisdom. What is wise?
Wise
having or showing experience, knowledge, and good judgment. Sagacious, intelligent, clever, learned, enlightened, knowledgeable, acute, right? Well thought out, all right? Strategic, tactical, long-headed, smart, fly, sound, logical. Do you want to be a logical, smart, knowledgeable, good judgment, experienced, prudent, insightful, well-advised woman? Or do you want to be a foolish, stupid, dumb, a silly idiot? All right, which one do you want to be? Which one's more respectable? Wise or stupid? Wise or stupid, as in foolish. Wise or foolish? Wise or foolish? You want to be wise, don't you? That's the good one. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. A wise woman's going to help her children, help her man, take care of her house, build it up, have a good, long, loving relationship with her family, all right, and build a family, all right? But a foolish one's going to have one and say, I don't want it. I'm sick of these kids. I'm sick of this man. I don't want him around anymore. I just want to go out and, do the things that I did when I was a teenager, I'm sick of being locked down. That's what a fool would do. All right. But again, we're in a society where that's now the admirable thing to do. Okay. Is to pluck down, your relationship and your whole house. So, why? For what? Because you've been lied to. You've been lied to. And it happened at some point. All right. Because marriage rates, if we look at marriage rates over time, and we have one up, and that one's only from the 90s. Okay. I can't even. Marriage rates over time. There we go. Let's see. Can we just look one over time? We got this one up. Don't want to give it away. You can see the divorce rate from 1990 into 2021 is pretty low. You want to know why? Because the 1990 to 2021, it's like there's no marriages. Okay, so we'll go get that. But this is the right here, the USA. This is just the United States marriage rate, 1990 to 2021. You see 90, boom, 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 right around here. What? 2016 or 2017? All the way down to the bottom. In 2020, it's the lowest it's ever been. Picking up a little bit now. All right, well, I don't know how it's going to be in 2023. I imagine this looks like a triangle graph going back down, right? So it has gone down, 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 down. Marriage rate in the United States let's go from 1940. 1900 to 2018. It raised up, and then it went down. All right, and it's the lowest it's ever been since the 1900s. Okay. In the 1930s, there was a dip, and I'd imagine that'd be from like the Great Depression or something. All right. So. It's this one. Let's see. Look at these rates. Look at these rates. Oh, look, damn, look at the black marriage rates, right? White, it's falling, right? But look at how, there's a reason why black, so-called, right? Why Negro relationships are all the way at the bottom, all right? You wanna know what the problem is? Here? So-called black woman, that's the problem. All right, and then the men too is part of it, but a lot of it's in black is probably black and black. All right, so that's look how everyone was just about the same back in the 1940s, and then it raised a little bit with Asians are doing pretty good. They're at the top. All right, and then from there it's white, and then Hispanic and Latino, then other, then right on the bottom, so-called black. What do we have here? Percent never married, ages 35 and older, from 1890 to 2010. So, I can't see because this shit's so goddamn blurry. Look at this. It says right here, and this is a lie. It says, oh, well, yeah. It says, black women more likely to be married than white women until 1970. All right, until 1970, and I guess it got pretty bad. What is this? I'm trying to see what until 1970. And then what were these? Divorce rates? It doesn't say. Percent never married. Yeah, look at this. Damn, I'm saving that. Look, black women more likely to be married than white women until 1970. And then you know what in 1970 happened? That feminist movement, all that, and then never married rate went skyrocket. What is this one? Black men more likely to be married than white men until 1960. And then what happened? Again, same thing. I'm gonna have to save that one too. So there you go. Jake relationships, not doing so hot. Okay, so there you go. Well, that's 1/4 of 40-year-olds have never been married. 1/4 of United States 40-year-olds have never been married, a record high. Look at that, 1900, 1940, 1980, all the way up. There's a problem. You guys choose to avoid it, but why are women so unhappy? The marriage, you're happier. That one lady said happier without relationships. Why is there so many women complaining then? You guys are free. You don't need a man. You're free. You're on your own. You don't have to have a man. You can go and vote. You can do whatever, right? So why are you still unhappy? You know, you're happier without kids, and without men, and you have that now. Why are you still unhappy? You know. So let's read more comments, and we'll get ready to close out here. We'll read the last scripture. All right. So we got says here's one. It says women in relationships when their sex drive is low and their partner's sex drive is high. I don't want to be pestered for sex right now. I'm not feeling it. It says I'm not feeling like doing much right now. It's my body and my right to decide that. I need you to accept it and be supportive. That's women, right? Women in a relationship with their sex drive is high and the partner's sex drive is low. This isn't working out. Oh no. This was the man. All right. This is how they act when the man's sex drive is women in relationships when their sex drive is low and their partner's drive. Yeah. So if they have a low sex drive and the man wants it, I don't want to be pestered. Oh, I got a headache, right? But women in relationships when their sex drive is high and their partner's sex drive is low, this isn't working out. Sexual compatibility is such an important part of a relationship for me. I understand your sex drive is low right now, but I have needs, and I don't want to waste my time with someone who's not able to fulfill them. I'm sorry. All right. And this made me laugh. It says the man in the first example can also leave if he's unsatisfied instead of pestering her. If it's the pestering that's the issue, it's the pestering that's the issue, not being unsatisfied. This person said it's probably the alimony payments that are stopping him. Damn. This person said, women decide the partner in all of nature, not news. This person said, religion turns everyone's innate sense of spirituality and belonging into conformity and oppression, where women get wedded early and abuse is rampant. That's nature, I guess. And these women don't want in their down talking religion and spirituality where this is oppression. We're being oppressed. Look at how liberated you are, women. Isn't liberation great? Doesn't it look great? And look, men are more likely to just cheat. It says that's only true above 40s categories. Under 40s, women are actually 11% and men are 10%. So women are more likely to cheat until about the 40s. Okay. So it says women are more likely to end relationships, period. All right. Let's see. This person said men are likely to be just fine and move on. Laugh as she tears through new men every 8 months because she's impossible to please. And you see, men have given up. Look, good riddance. All their friends give it up for the opportunity to take a picture in front of a popular wall in front of a new restaurant. Easy come, easy go. Stay free, men. And you can go and read these more, and if you want. And then, there's double standard. Look at this. And look. A Nigerian man has canceled his wedding after he saw a soon-to-be wife comment under a Facebook post that she would cheat on him for, $1 million? It says, he spazzed. No, he did what he had to do. All right. So he was like, fuck it. Why be with a woman that's going to do that? She deserved that. Well, I'd cheat on him for money. Yeah, you don't get with a woman like that. And you can just read this. I'm not gonna go and read it, but you know, the double standards. And this is just, that's how everything is, man. You know. So it's just, you know, men have really just given up. That's why you have things like Megiddo, all right, men going their own way, all right, incel, involuntary celibate, which you got some of those guys which are just completely fucking wild. All right, most of them are wild, but there's reasons why those groups, even if they're fucking crazy, are forming. Okay, because men are getting fucking sick of it and they're done. They're tired of it. They're tired of it. All right, and the women, they don't admit it, but they're getting tired of it too. And when the end comes, all right, y'all are gonna be begging. Y'all are gonna be begging. All right, you're gonna be begging and begging and begging. Right now, everything's fine, but won't be soon. This is Isaiah 32:9-12. Rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. You're fine right now. All right, you're fine right now, but there's going to be a time where it's not going to be so. All right, and you're going to be wishing you had a man. All right. Here it is, the Good News Translation, same scripture. It says, you women who live an easy life, free from worries, listen to what I'm saying. You may be satisfied now, but this time next year you will be in despair because there will be no grapes for you to gather. You have been living in an easy, free life, free from worries, but now tremble with fear. Strip off your clothes and tie rags around your waist. Beat your breasts in grief because the fertile fields and the vineyards have been destroyed, or I should say the vineyards have been destroyed. You're fine now. It's going to come to a time where it's not. And you're going to be, no, you're independent. You're a strong, independent woman. Figure it out. Isaiah 4:1-4:2. It says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. All right. It says, in that day shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel. You know, especially the Israelite man is going to be very high value, all right? Especially, you know, the elect man, really, because that's going to be their ticket out. And they're just going to need a man in general because, you know, there's going to be crazy shit going on. They need to be protected. They'll know now that they'll know then that they won't be able to do it themselves. All right, and a lot of us men in this truth, all right, and Lord willing, we're of the elect. All right, we already have women. I already have a woman. You know, a lot of men already have a woman. We're not worried about you, LaQuishas and LaToyas. We're trying to take care of our house, okay? These are Toyas that have been bitching, oh, you ain't shit, you think we're gonna want you? Fuck no, get away from here. No, go away. Please, we'll eat our own bread. Go away, we don't want you. You know, and take off those stupid fucking eyelashes and take that weave out your head. You know, it looks fucking ridiculous. All right, and then they take it out, they're all bald, patchy and shit. Their eyelashes don't have no eyelashes. All right, the makeup's all, you know, and you gotta realize, you know, they're gonna be sweating, running around from dodging all this shit. Their makeup's gonna be off, they're gonna look like hell. All right, you know, look, Ice Spice without makeup. That blew my mind. I thought Ice Spice was cute. I was fucking surprised. I was like, God damn, you know? Look at this shit. Look at that. You know, they're going to look like that. And you know that's a wig, too. Probably bald under there. Please, I'll eat my own bread. God damn, this bitch an alien. Get away from me. We don't want you. What the fuck? You know? The weave all fucked up, lost the wig, running away, right, from the dogs, the packs of wolves, running away. Ah! You know, ain't no makeup, it's all sweated off. All right, the weave's all fucked up. Get away from me. You know, you know, and her forehead's too big. She's still like almost pretty, the forehead under the forehead wise. You know, but other than that, that's not a good looking woman for the most part. Nope. And you're gonna try. And you know, there's a saying, it's called, you know, wearing out your welcome or burning your bridges. And these bridges that are going to get you to safety, these men, you've burned a lot of these bridges already. So please, you know, running back to your ex-husband, please, no, I ain't taking you back. Fuck you, Brittany, get out of here. You were a piece of shit to me. I ain't taking you back. Please, I need help. I don't care. Let the lions eat your ass. I don't give a shit, honestly. You know, go away. Get away. Go on over there. I'm closing the door now. Go away, shoo, go on, and you women, that's when it's really going to sink in. All right, when Jacob's trouble hits in, there's not going to be feminism anymore. All right, and the feminism is just going to vanish. It's going to be gone away. There's a meme that I saw, feminism leaving my body when World War III happens, right? Leaving my body. And it's great. Here it is. Check it out. Look at, and there's memes. So women, you know how they are. The feminism leaving my body when I see a bug. Feminism leaving my body when I don't want to shovel snow. Feminism leaving my body when the bill comes. All right, and there was one that I loved that said feminism leaving my body when World War III, when the draft. Here it is. Is this the one? Let's see. The feminism leaving my body when the World War III draft starts. You know, the feminism leaving my body when men start getting drafted for World War III. You know, the feminism leaving my body when World War III begins. That's so... These people, it's gonna be bad, man. It's gonna be bad. You know? So... You know, the feminism's gonna leave, you know, oh, we want equal rights. Okay, you're gonna get drafted. No. We'll cook, we'll clean, we'll cook. So, that's how it's gonna be with, you know. So, that's what it is, man. You know, women are just no longer happy. It's not women are no longer happy with men, women are no longer happy. Women are just, in general, women are just no longer happy. That's just how it is. They're just no longer happy in any matter, for any way. All right, and don't know what to tell you. All right, women are no longer happy. All right, you be happy with a man, you know, and kids and children. You think that children are like the worst thing in the world. They're not. All right, they're not. It's just, it's hard to, you know, take care of them, and it's hard to take care of a woman in this society because, you know, they're fucking robbing us and taking our money. We're not making much money as it is. All right, and hey, man, you know, we're trying at least. But, you know, women have been scammed into thinking that children are like fucking the worst thing ever. You know, I don't want no children. I damn sure don't want a man. So what do you want then, you know? Because a man's life, you know, is a man's life generally is he wants to formulate a family. He wants to start a family, get a wife, all right, and build a family, all right, and extend his seed line. What do women want? And no, I guess we don't know anymore. I guess just a ho 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 ho. All right, like it's Christmas or something, right? They just want to ho ho ho. All they want to do, all right, is just, I don't know what you get at it. I don't know. I'm not a woman. I wouldn't know. I don't know what you get out of that. I guess it feels like liberty to you. I guess it feels like freedom. But, I don't know. It seems better to build a lineage. But, hey, each their own. So with that, we're going to go ahead and close out. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, glory to the Most High. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the elders apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. Shalom to your brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring, keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Until next one, Lord willing. Shalom.